So Sunday we started this series talking about a father's heart, and talking about God's heart and love for his children. And sometimes as we think about God's love for people, knowing that God loves everyone, and sometimes we think that means since God loves everyone, that he just kind of will turn a blind eye, that he'll look the other way, that he'll just kind of wink at sin and just kind of laugh it off. But God's love doesn't enable us to continue in our sin, in our wrongdoing. But God's love ought to lead us and draw us into something bigger, into more of who he is and what he is like. It ought to bring about a maturity in us. That's why when John wrote, he said that the world does not yet know us because they don't know him. And that we aren't what we will be, but there will come a time when Jesus will come back and we'll see him face to face and we'll be like he is. There's this maturing process that God's love begins in our life and helps bring to completion. And Paul wrote to his friends in Ephesus, he said these words. He said that his prayer was that Christ may dwell in their hearts through faith. That Jesus would take up residence in their life through faith, through baptism, through becoming a believer in him. That in that process, they would, that Christ would take up residence in their life. And he goes, not just that, because I pray that you, being rooted and established in love. Remember, God is the source and the beginning of all love. And so if we're rooted and established in love, it's in the love of God that he has for us. And he says that, I pray that we have the power, together with all the saints, so there's community, to grasp how wide and long and high and deep is the love of Christ. How great is the love the Father has lavished on us? It's higher than the mountains. It's deeper than the seas. There's no way to begin to weigh or determine the size of God's love. How great is this love? Where does it come from? This otherworldly, this divine, this holy other kind of love that God has for us. That even though we sin and turn our back on him, even though we continue to do what is wrong in our life, that sin's still an ever-present struggle in our life, that God still loves us. His love still goes out to us. How wide, how long. And it's the psalmist who writes that God casts our sin as far as the east is from the west. That we can never possibly begin to even imagine God's great love for us. His heart poured out, displayed his Son on a criminal's cross. A punishment he did not deserve. No wrong did he ever commit. But he took my place and your place. And he died for the sins of the world. His body would be broken, his blood would be poured out to show us the depths of God's love. How great is that love? It's the love that welcomes the criminal home. It's the love that welcomes home the most religious person. It's a love that's big enough for anyone. That they simply would turn to Jesus. They would turn and fix their eyes on him and place their hope and faith in him and submit their lives to be baptized and to walk in step with him each day. We're not there yet. It's a process. But in that process, may we continue to learn and know the height and depth and length and width of the love that God has for you. I love you guys. I'm praying for you, and I hope we get to see you real soon. Have a great day.